Simo, Hearts this weekend, arguably one of the informed teams in the league. How tough is this match going to be?
Yes, it is tough. But yes, they are in a good form. But so we are also. So it will be a good match. And for me, I've enjoyed to watch the Hearts, how they play. And they have had their difficulties this season, but you saw all the time the quality of the players. You see the things what they try to implement, in their game. So for me, it was just a matter of the time that they start clicking and scoring goals and not conceding too many. But that's a story of ourselves as well. We are trying to improving our things, and some moments we do them better than other moments. But yes, but this is a game we like to go and play because it's a very clear game. It's very clear what they try to do it, and we just need to match them, their football actions, be very good, in these certain defending moments, being very good, the transition moments when the striker is running behind, be very good for the second balls when they drop for the midfielders, and then at the same time, how well we can take care of the ball and find those spaces ourselves, where we can hurt them. So I think it will be a good football match.
And so are you expecting quite an attacking Hearts?
Yeah, I think that's Hearts what they have been doing all the time. They want to attack, they want to play with the ball. Is it then, will they come press high all the time like a crazy press? I think what they're going to do they will do the situational press. They're waiting, pressing triggers, because all the good teams, they have these moments when we go some spaces, when we have a little bit bad pass or something, boom, then they come, and they will come with the maximum power, and we need to be ready for those moments.
So what's the key? Is it concentration? Is it confidence to be able to play from the back?
Yeah, you mean for us?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Of course, how I see how football works, it comes that we know what we try to do. Our intention is very clear, what we try to do. Then we need to execute those actions very high standard. And then when we can do that, comes the confidence, okay, we can play for this. And as always, I know there has been a lot of, talk that we try to build up from the back, but I'm watching, so much football. I watch, Celtic playing, against one of the best team in Europe, and you need to be able to play from the back, to create this feeling of control, and then you can attack there. But for us, it's very, very clear. We want to control, but the first thing what we want to do, we want to find the spaces. And sometimes if opponent will come with full press very high with us, we don't need to pass through them. The space is then behind the opponent line. But sometimes clever opponents, they are not coming, with 10 players, to pressing us. If they are not, then we try to find, maybe the spaces between the line. And then we need to attract the pressure from the back line to come. And then we go behind. Because if we start kicking the ball very, very deep from our half to their defenders, they have quality. They will pick the ball, they will get the ball, and they will play with their strengths. So it's kind of finding this balance, that yes, we need to be brave enough, we need to be good enough to play, but at the same time, we need to smell and feel where the spaces are.
And with regards to all the new players that came in the January transfer window, have you been able to gauge what's your best team now?
Yeah, actually, what I like a lot, is that we have different options, and we have a different characteristics of players now, that for this opponent we can use this, for this opponent we can use this formation. Now a couple of matches we have used the back three. Maybe now against the Hearts, because they are not going to play with the back three, we can go with the back four and adapt our system for that. So that's I like more. Do I know what is the best team? Yes, I do, but it doesn't mean that this team will start now, this team will start on Wednesday. It's always depending, many circumstances.
The window obviously is closed, but could there be more arrivals before the end of the season for those who are unattached?
Yes, of course. We have been keeping our eye open, and of course we need to see still domestically here in Scotland you can make some transfer to the championship, so need to see what's happening if there are any outgoings as well, so yes, we're looking, all the options, what we have, but as I said it, I'm very, very happy with our squad now. It's a good competition, more or less everyone is ready to play, so that's a good situation.
Is anything close at this point to any incomings?
No, not close to. No. Of course, we keep it, open as long as we can, if something we can find.
Do you think the squad needs any more, or do you think it's good enough at the moment?
For me, it is good enough. But as always, things can change quickly. Injury, something, That's why, as any good football club, you always think ahead. You always think ahead. What you can do, how you can improve. And that's the one thing what we are doing. And of course, the most important thing, the players what we have here, because this is our concrete what we have. And I said it many times. I'm very pleased, what we have here, and we're working to get us out from this situation.
And in terms of any outgoings, could you foresee that?
As I said it's still open next week, to the championship, and we need to see. And again, things change quickly in football. But as I said I'm happy to keep everyone here because with these players we are okay.
I've asked you about this player before. Benji's obviously not been in the team the last few weeks. Would it be more beneficial if he was to leave the club?
But first of all, now there is no drama, there is no stories. Benji is ill for this weekend's game. I saw him this morning and he didn't look good. So he's out for that reason. So no drama there. But that's part of the football. It has happened, or it's happening in many clubs. There is always some, outside noise or distractions. That some players, because you are out of the contract, because you have been doing some things good, and that's a part of this business, and we just need to handle it as well as possible. And never ever, I have not seen in my young coaching career, I have not seen, yet one moment when I'm thinking, okay, everything is like this now. Every day is a different, you need to adapt and you need to fix and you need to set this fire, So that's same with this Benji situation, It's a normal part of the football, So it doesn't affect bother us at all, That's a part of this business.
Was it just today his illness started?
No, it has been, other day, he started, so it's touch and go for him, but more likely I rule him out for the weekend.
Has he been able to train?
No. He played, we have a bounce game, he played on Tuesday. After that, it was very cold, that game, so he got, no drama, as I said, no drama there, he wanted to come stadium this morning and get some medicine, and he did not look good.
And also, I think one of the young academy players is he set to leave the club? Arsenal have been linked with young Callan.
Yeah. Of course, this is a little bit out of my, but he's that young that he's not even, So I've seen him a couple of times to train with us, and what can I say? If Arsenal is interested in you, you're a good player. He's a good player, a potential player to be a good player. So, but again, our academy, they working, these players, and it's good.
And kind of on that, a young player moving to a big club so young, we've seen it in Scottish football quite often. What's your thoughts on that? Would you like to see young players develop first team football at the clubs they start to come through, or is it beneficial for both club and player to move to such a big environment?
Of course, this is not my, I would like to say, my expertise, but I understand what these big clubs in let's talk now what big clubs in England, what they are doing. They try to. There's two reasons. First reason, if you try to get the player later on, they are very, very expensive. So it's better to have him, in your academy. Second thing is you try to get this player as early as possible in your environment so you can shape him the way you want. So these are the reasons, these English teams, they are looking for this talent here. For our point of view, I'm so happy for the player that he can go there and experience it. But at the same time, it would be maybe good for the Scottish football that we can keep them here to benefit local clubs. When I say local clubs, the Premiership clubs, for the fans of the Scottish football, playing adults game and things like that. But there's so many things. As I said, it's I have more concerns and more things to think about it than that. So, but I'm happy for these young boys. But as I said, I can understand the tactics. What these clubs from there do.
And finally, from me, just wider team news.
Only Benji.
Just Benji.
Just Benji now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Simo, you've got 3 games in 6 days coming up. How important is it the players keep the focus and don't get too far ahead of themselves?
That's the main message, because for 2 reasons. Let's say we do well Sunday and we get the result what we want. It's important. We are not get carried too much, because we need to be ready for Wednesday. Then other way around, if it happens we don't get the result what we want, do we feel sorry for ourselves and start dwelling, okay, this week has gone now? Still, we need to be ready for the Wednesday, because boom, the games come so quickly, as you said it. And that's part of to be in this business, to be a footballer. You can't go too high, too low. You go full focus, you analyze, it's history, you concentrate the next match.
How much would you like to see the team start games maybe a bit stronger?
Yeah. I try to think about now, Yeah, we had this one Motherwell game here, we conceded the goal first minute, then we have this Kilmarnock game. Of course, it helps if you don't concede the early goal, because then it's more balanced, the game, and for me, every minute is as important as, first minute. So we need to, I look as a whole, I look as a big picture, so we need to be strong, more stronger through the 90 minutes. So is it then the first 15 minutes, or is it then the last 15 minutes, or is it the start of the second half? We need to improve all those aspects. But answering your questions, yes, of course. If we score a goal or opponent score a goal, it changes a little bit the dynamics of the game, the early goals. So yes, of course, we all hope that we can score or start the games, as strong as possible.
And the team has played some very good football on your watch, Simo, but I'm sure you'd be delighted with a really ugly one on Saturday. Sunday, it's just a case of get the victory.
Yeah. No, but as always, we cannot control those results. We cannot control those victories. What we can control our performances, and that's fact 100%. If we perform better, it gives us a chance. Maybe get the results. But as always in football, it can happen. We played the worst game ever and we win. And of course, yes, we take it. But I get it back to that we try to perform as well as possible to give us chance to win. But sometimes it's not possible. Either opponent is playing so well or we are not performing well. And still that moment, we need those wins, and we are happy to get those wins, even if we call them, the ugly wins. But always, let's try to do things our way. Better chance to win it. Sometimes it happens, we win it with a beautiful game. Sometimes it happens with a beautiful game, we might lose. Sometimes it happens, ugly game, we might win it. So the bottom line is, we need results, we need wins, we need 3 points, we need points to get them. Let's perform well. It gives us a chance to do it. Thank you.
Can I ask you about Victor Griffiths, who
Yes.
came off injured at the weekend? Is this game going to be too soon for him?
Yeah, this game is too soon for Victor, unfortunately. He has, never ever, but not very often, see a player who wants to play this much. He has been rehabbing his ankle, 24 hours since, Sunday, he's, constantly, to do something, and it was good this morning to see a little smile on his face because he was walking already like normally, and he said, Kafa, next week I will be okay. So this Sunday, yeah, he will be out, but then we see after match where he is.
Fingers crossed for him.
Fingers crossed, yes.
And is it kind of, I know you'd like to look at each game at a time, but with the 3 games, as Dave said, coming up, this is a really vital week.
It is, of course, because it's 3 games. It's 9 points. It's so there is no. Now we leave this. What we need to do as a team. What we need to do, as a team. We just need to concentrate for this every game because we can't jump from this Sunday till next Saturday and forget. But if you look, yes, 9 points. It's so because it's 3 games. There is not that many games left. So let's say 3 games, 9 points. It's a massive for both ways. And then depending many circumstances, is it 7 points good? Is 6 points good? Is the 3 points good? Probably 0 points is not good, But it's depending so many. Yeah, it's a massive week because period of 6 days. You have a possibility to win 9 points or lose 9 points. That's a huge amount of the points. What it's left anymore. So that's why it is a big week.
And having had all of your new players now, having had experience made appearances in the Premier League, they now all up to kind of speed with the pace of the game.
And as we were very happy with the players what we got in, and yes, they now got the taste of the Scottish Premiership, and now it's again, no time for adaptation, but now they felt it, and I said it many times. We can talk, we can show the videos, we can train, but you need to experience that. And then now they have it inside them, and we have inside with the new players this feeling as well. We experienced it together, and the experience is kind of the clue and key for the future success. So how we use this experience, do we start feeling that, oh wow, this league is too much? Oh, okay, this league, it's like this. I need to adapt my game to be successful in this league, and this is now what we are working on it. But I take it as a big and interesting challenge, to find it out that yes, in this league I have these characteristics, I have these qualities, how I can use these qualities in this league, because it is like that. So that's why I have seen it, from these new players as well. They take it as this, they are not like, I can't do this and this, they are up for the challenge, and I really much like it.
Care Sound Radio.